ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां सागरजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाधिष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाधिष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने। श्रीवासवानवी देवी गैताय कृपाभय विज्ञानदायिने प्रवे नमः। माधुर्यज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिदा श्रीवर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमस्ते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगावृद्धपसिद्धान्तारिणे। नमो गौर किशोराय साक्षान्वराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बारसाम्भोधे पादाम्बुजायते नमः। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगावरायते गौराविराभूमिस्त्वां निर्देश सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मं विष्णु भक्त रूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्त शक्तिकं। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुता पंगोर्मं मंगमतिर्गति सर्वस्व पदाम्बुजो राधा मदन मोहनो दिव्या वृंदारण्य कल्पद्रुमड़ा श्रीमद् रत्नागर सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद् राधा शिला गोविंद कृष्णाली सेवमान स्मरामि। श्रीमादासारंगी वंशी वटतटस्थित कृष्ण वेणु सनरूपी गोपीनाथाय श्रीअस्तु नाम। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी कृष्णानं सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So this is a very nice bhajan by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु। सुना है आप लोगों ने पहले ये भजन? नहीं? No? No one? You must have heard. Huh? Not very nice. Yeah, because we generally don't sing bhajans, so we are not aware. So this Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu, ये भजन लिखा है श्रीला भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर. It's a very nice. It is said that all the teachings of our scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, you can learn everything just by the bhajans of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Srila Narottam Das Thakur. These are great acharyas, and just like nowadays people sing movie songs, at one time in Bengal people would sing these songs in the early morning. This was like their lifestyle. As soon as they get up in the morning, they start their day, they are cleaning their house, they are whatever they are doing. While doing that activity, they are singing these bhajans, these prayers. So Narottam Das Thakur and Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur had a very strong impression in the mostly Bengal and Odisha. Very strong. And they are very famous poets, devotees. And people would sing their bhajans every morning. His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj says that when he came first time to Bengal and he was staying in one well-wisher's house, and early morning when he was chanting, he saw that that person, when he got up, he was singing the bhajans of Narottam Das Thakur naturally, one after another, one after another. So these bhajans are, uh, you know, all the teachings of Bhagavatam, Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you want to put in some poetic way, then this is in these bhajans. So quickly we see the meaning and then we sing it along, and you can memorize it also. So very simple. Shuddha Bhakata Charanarenu Bhajana Anu Ula. The dust of the lotus feet. Shuddha Bhakata Charanarenu. Charan Renu means the dust of lotus feet. Shuddha Bhakata Bhajana Anukula. That's very favorable for devotional service. Bhakata Seva. And how do you get the best Siddhi? Parama Siddhi. Prema Lati Kara Mula. And service to the pure devotees. Bhakata Seva, service to pure devotees. Parama Siddhi. That is the topmost Siddhi. Prema Lati Kara Mula. And that is the Lata means creeper. And Prem Lata. And Mula means root. So the root of Prem Lata is service to the devotees. Bhakata Seva, Parama Siddhi. So when we go for book distribution, when we go for enrollments, when we go for any service, actually we are serving Krishna, but we are serving under Srila Prabhupada. So when you are preaching someone, we are just trying to repeat the words of Srila Prabhupada. When we are trying to go for book distribution, we are trying to serve Srila Prabhupada. When we are Hare Krishna. When we are making people aware of various programs, enrolling them, then we are serving Srila Prabhupada. So, Bhakata Seva, Parama Siddhi, that is the topmost way to attain the Siddhi or the perfection in spiritual life. The easiest way you can say is Bhakata Seva. And Prema Lati Kara Mood, and that is the root of the creeper of Prema Lata. Prema Lata means the love of devotion or love of Godhead. Similarly, there is verse in the second chapter of Bhagavatam. If you put some efforts to read all the verses again and again in this week, which talks about, second chapter, some verses they talk about the power of serving to the devotees. Someone knows? Someone knows the meaning? Susruso Sradadhanasya Vasudev Katha Ruchi Syan Mat Sevya Viprah Punya Tirtha Nisevana. Susruso Sradadhanasya Vasudev Katha Ruchi. To get Ruchi in Vasudev Katha, to get Ruchi in hearing about Krishna, it is Bhagavatam says, Shyan Mahat Sevaya Viprah. Mahat Sevaya. Do Seva of great devotees. Punya Tirtha Nishevana. Then they are like holy places, Punya Tirtha, and by serving them, we will develop devotion, we will develop interest in Krishna consciousness. So, even Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in very first stanza, Bhakata Seva, service to the devotees. So, anytime when I am doing something, we should not think any service when we are doing that I am doing it because I like it. I am doing it why? Because it is a service to the great devotees. And it could be as simple as book distribution, or it could be enrolling people for Secrets of Success or Gita course, or yatras, Mayapur, Vrindavan, or it could be just helping in Kumbh Mela that some of you were doing there. So always remember, Srila Narottam Das Thakur says, Chhadiya Vaishnava Seva Paiche Nistar Keva. Without service to devotees, there is no way to advance in spiritual life. So that doesn't mean that we have to, run around and you have to come to me and serve me. No, it is like we can serve the parampara by following the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada. And that is how the service is not happening only to one devotee, but it is happening through the whole parampara. So whenever we are doing any service, as simple as setting up the hall or doing prasadam service to the devotees, or helping with a kirtan, playing mridanga, everything, if we get this in our consciousness that I am doing it for the acharyas, and they wanted it that there should be some programs, they wanted that people uh, get books, they wanted that the ISKCON organize big festivals like Kumbh Mela and people participate. So we are just trying to assist in what they wanted. And if we start thinking, I like this to do, I will do, I don't like this to do, I will not do, then we are not in the right direction. We will not make much advancement in our spiritual life. So we have to come out of this thought process. I like this and I do not like this. We should be thinking what will please the previous acharyas. Yasya prasada. And what is the next line? Mangal Arti we sing. What is the meaning? Who will tell meaning? Yes, Prabhu.
By doing service to the devotee, by serving the Bhagavad, we can serve the Supreme Lord, and by not serving them, we cannot serve the Supreme Lord.
Yeah. Yasya prasada. By service. How do you know Krishna is pleased by your service? It will. When you go to temple hall, is Sri Radharasa is one garland will suddenly, come out and hang in your neck. It may happen if you are a super pure devotee, but generally doesn't happen. But you have heard it has happened for Acharyas like Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Sri Thakur, that when his mother took him to the Jagannath Rath, then the Jagannath's garland fell into his neck when he was just 3 days or 3 months old, something like that. So, by pleasing the Acharyas, Krishna is pleased. That is the way to judge. I am doing seva, I am chanting, I am enrolling, I am distributing books, I am helping with the, some of you go even for DT backup services. I do this. If after this service the devotees are pleased, oh, wonderful service, this means Krishna is pleased. Simple way to understand Krishna is pleased or not. Yasya prasada na gati kutopi. And if they are not pleased, then there is no other option. So sometimes pleasing devotees is very difficult because whatever you do, sometimes they don't get pleased. So anyways, we have to keep going on. So Bhakata Seva, Parama, Siddhi, Prema, Lati, Kara, Mula. That is the root of the creeper of devotional service. Root, Bhakata Seva. So always remember, everyday thing. Did I do some service to the devotees today? Did I do some service yesterday, today? Every day contemplate, just like we chant 16 rounds. Isn't it? Or whatever rounds we are chanting. I hope at least in this assembly everyone is chanting 16 rounds. So anyways, whatever rounds we are chanting, we also see, are we following 4 regulative principles? In the similar way, did I do something today? Other, of course, chanting 16 rounds is also a service, but there are so many things to do. So Bhakata Seva, Parama, Siddhi, Prema, Lati, Kara, Mula. Madhava Tithi, Bhakati, Janani. So the days like Ekadashi, Janmashtami, Ram Navami, Gaur Purnima, Bhakati Janani is a mother of devotion. Jetane Palana Kori, and one should try and endeavor to follow them. Follow Ekadashi, follow Janmashtami, follow the rules and regulations. Simple, we attend Aarti, we fast, we chant, we are engaged in some activities. Isn't it? So Madhava Tithi means Ekadashi. Every month has 2 Ekadashis. Then we have Gaur Purnima coming up. Then we have Ram Navami, Rath Yatra, Janmashtami. So Madhava Tithi, Bhakati Janani. They are mothers of devotion. Jetane Palana Kori, and try to follow them. Try your endeavor. Krishna Basati Basati Boli, Paramadare Boli. And the holy places of Krishna's pastimes, be my places of worship and bless me. So whenever we go to holy place, what do we do as soon as we get down of the vehicle? We pay our respects, obeisances to the dham. And similarly, when we are living, then we should pay obeisances to the dham. And when we are going around the dham, we should be very respectful that it's my great fortune that I have come to take darshan of the dham. And we should pray to all the dust, the trees, the animals, the living entities who all are staying in the dham, because they are so fortunate that they stay in dham. If we try to see just from our physical eyes, we may see all kind of municipality issues like drain lines or garbage, but dham doesn't reveal until unless we are pure enough. It will have all material covering. So prayers to the dham, prayers to the. It is said that in the dham, like Vrindavan, the dust is like touchstone, and the trees are like desire fulfilling trees. Desire fulfilling trees, and the dust is like touchstone. So we may not be able to experience that right now, but at least we can offer our prayers in the same mood, that all these trees, all this dust. And when we have that mood, then slowly Krishna will reveal it. And that's why the great devotees, they don't want to give away from Vrindavan Dham. And those of you who have come to Vrindavan and Mayapur, we can feel the energy there, that we are able to chant so easily, attend morning program so easily. Everything happens naturally. It like just goes on. You just desire and it happens. But not other cities. Gaura Amara Je Sabisthane Korolo Brahmana Range. Wherever my dear Lord Gauranga visited, Je Sabisthane, wherever he went, Korovo Brahmana Range. All those places of pilgrimage I will also go. Se Sabisthane, Heribo Ami, all those places I will also go with whom? Pranaya Bhakati Sange. I will go in the association of loving devotees. Pranaya means like prem. It's called pranaya in the company of loving devotees. So that's why we go all these yatras, Mayapur. It's not like, oh Prabhuji, I went to Mayapur, now I need not to go. We have to go to these holy places again and again and again and again, because ultimately where do we want to go at the end of the life? Golok, Vrindavan, or it is not different from Mayapur. Ultimately, that is the desire, that is the destination. So we should aspire for this thing, that wherever Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went, Gaura Mara Je Sabisthane, Krolo Brahmana Range, wherever he went and performed Sankirtan, dancing Sankirtan, all these places, I will also go in association of loving devotees. I also wish to go. Mridanga Badya Sunite Mana Apsar Sada Dache. Whenever I hear the sound of Mridanga, I always desire to join Kirtan. Gaura Bihita Kirtana Suni Ananda Hridaya Nache. And when I hear the bona fide songs describing Lord Chaitanya pastimes, Gaura Bihita means the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Kirtana Suni, whenever I hear those kirtan describing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, Ananda Hridaya Nache, my heart dances and bless. Generally, we only sing Hare Krishna mantra, but it's all in all, but this is how are the beautiful bhajans of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Jugala Murati Dekhiya Mora. Whenever I see the transcendental forms of Radha and Krishna, Paramananda Hoya, I feel so much of Ananda, bliss. Prasada Seva Korita Hoya. And whenever I take Prasadam, Sakala Prapancha Jaya, all my illusions go away. The power of Prasadam. And that desire we should have, that may I get Prasadam every day. Otherwise, we are satisfied without having Prasadam, with whatever we are managing in the outside world. But it is called Prasad Seva, honoring Prasadam. And he says that all my worldly illusions, Sakala Prapancha Jaya, all my worldly illusions go away by having Prasadam, by honoring Prasadam. So when you honor Prasadam, it's etiquette. We should not just see, oh, what is there in the menu today? It's already in the display outside. We have to see, it is my great fortune that today Krishna Prasad has come to me. With every bite, we should thank Lord for giving me this fortune to have this prasadam. And we should not criticize, oh, this is too salty or too spicy. While honoring prasadam, we should just honor with respect. And if you have some feedback and if you have access to the cooks, then you may tell later on if you feel something was not proper. But while honoring prasadam, we should not at all see any faults in it. We should just honor with full respect. So that's how it is prasad seva, because it is said prasadam is not different from Krishna. It's direct manifestation of Krishna. So you should be very mindful. Jai dine grihe bhajan dekhi. The day I see bhajan, grihe te goloka bhaya. My house becomes goloka. Charana sidhu dekhiya ganga. And when I take the charna amrit of the deity, I see the holy waters of Ganga. Sukha nasima bhaya. There is no end of my bliss. seeing Ganga and taking the Charnamrit. You all took Charnamrit today? No. So we should take. When I take Charnamrit of the deity and I see the holy waters of Ganga, my bliss knows no bounds. This Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. So many times we take Charnamrit, we become judgmental. It's too bitter, khatta, too sweet. But we have to take in this mood that no, this is Vishnu Krishna Charnamrit, and it is Sarva Papa Pranashanam. It will destroy all my sins. While taking Charnamrit, we should remember that it can destroy all the sins. I see the holy waters of Ganga and my bliss knows no bounds. Tulasi dekhiya, juraya pran, madhava tosani jani. By seeing the Tulsi tree, my heart feels joy. And Madhav is also satisfied. Krishna is very satisfied when he sees that every offering has a Tulsi in it. Isn't it? When we make an offering, we are supposed to put Tulsi in it, whether it's a fruit, water, whatever. Tulsi dekhiya, juraya pran, my heart feels joy. Madhava toshani jani, and Krishna is always satisfied. That's when our tilak tulsi is there, our beads tulsi is there, offering tulsi is there, everywhere. On the altar tulsi is there. Every morning and evening we perform tulsi parikrama and offer waters to tulsi. We should do all the things with lot of reverence. That tulsi is very dear to Krishna. All the holy places, they reside at the roots of tulsi. Watering tulsi is like offering my water to all the holy places of this universe. By just circumambulating tulsi, one can get rid of all the sinful reactions which one has done. But what we do, we sometimes go around talking to each other, or we just go around casually. But we should go with full mood of devotion. That's a great activity of devotion which I am doing right now. Going around tulsi, watering tulsi, taking some mud or dust from the roots of tulsi and touching the leaves of tulsi. This is not just some kind of ritual, but it is a great act of devotion as long as we have that consciousness. And if we don't have consciousness and we just go around, that will also benefit. But not as much as when we do it with the consciousness. So it's all about consciousness. तुलसी देखी ये जुराय प्राण माधव तोषणी जानी गौरव प्रिया साक सेवने जीवन सार्थक मानी. And when I eat the sak prasadam offered to Lord Chaitanya, I consider my life to be successful. That sak we hardly have. We have only, paneer or something else. But in West Bengal, they prepare 30, 25, 30 types of sak preparations. Sometimes when we go for our Mayapur Yatra, we get a Rajbhog thali from Radha Madhav or from, Srila Prabhupada's Samadhi Mandir. Then you will see that at least they have 25 to 30 kinds of shak preparations, 25 to 30 kinds of sak preparations. Imagine 30, 25, 30 kinds of shak preparation. We don't know. Shak. Mumbai means it's only aloo, potatoes, tomatoes, and flower, cauliflower. That's it. Bhakti Vinoda Krishna Bhajane Anukula Pai Jaha. Bhakti Vinod concludes by saying, whoever attains the stage of enthusiasm for the favorable worship of Lord Krishna, Prati Divase Parama Sukhe Svikar Koroe Taha. Prati Divase, every day, Parama Sukhe, he is getting so much of bliss by accepting the worship of Krishna. Prati Divase, every day, Parama Sukhe, topmost bliss, Svikar Koroe Taha, by following or by attaining the practice of Krishna Bhajane, Bhajan of Krishna. It's a very simple bhajan. You can try to memorize. But this has to be sung in the dotal, so who knows to play? No one? Okay, we all will try. Our humble endeavors will please Krishna, although we may not be so perfect in our chanting. Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu bhajana anukula bhajana Bhagata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karamula Bhagata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karamula Madhava Siddhi Bhakati Janani Chetane Palana Kori Krishna Basati Basati Boli Parama Adare Boli Gora Maharaj Sabasthane Gora Brahmana Range Sabasthane Heri Boami Janaya Bhagata Sange Ridanga Badya Sunite Mana Apsara Sada Jache Gaura Vita Kirtana Suri Anande Daya Nache Yugala Murti Dekhiya Mora Paramananda Hoya Jasada Seva Korite Ho Sakala Prapancha Jaya He din grihe bhajana dekhi grihe te goloka bhaya Charana Sidhu Dekhiya Ganga Sukhana Sima Paya Tulasi Dekhi Juraya Prana Madhava Toshani Jani Gaura Priya Saka Sevane Jivana Gaura Priya Saka Sevane Jivana Bhakati Vinoda Krishna Bhajane Anakula Paya Jati Divase Parama Sukhe Kara Purohita Jati Divase Parama Sukhe Kara Purohita Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki. So we already discussed the meaning of this bhajan. So we'll go back to our previous discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Hare Krishna. So we are discussing last time from the first canto, third chapter. Chapter's name is Krishna is the source of all incarnations, and we went through some verses which talks about various kinds of incarnations, various types of incarnations like Leela Avatar, Purusha Avatar, Shaktavesh Avatar, Guna Avatar, Manavantar Avatar, like that. So various incarnations are there, and there are, we read one verse which said that Avatara hi asankhya, there are unlimited numbers of incarnations. Not just one, but there are unlimited number of incarnations. And we also saw the incarnations, some of the names were there, like Buddha, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha, different names we saw, Lord Vamandev, pastime. So their names were written, their pastimes were mentioned. So all these incarnations came with a purpose. Actually, it's all Krishna's creation, if we see in one way, because he has his incarnation like, to perform certain pastimes. He just wants to, he's the ultimate enjoyer, and to enjoy unlimitedly, he performs those pastimes. Otherwise, he can do everything in his form as a Krishna also, and he could do everything. He can do everything even without taking an incarnation, isn't it? Just sitting in the Golok Vrindavan by his desire, everything can happen by his desire. But just because he wishes to desire, just like, for example, Narsimhadev pastime. So we know why Lord appeared as Narsimhadev, because Lord wanted to fight with someone. And that will not happen in spiritual world. Who is going to fight with the Lord in the spiritual world? Because everyone is conscious that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So no one is going to fight with him. So then he arranged this pastime where Jai Vijay got cursed, and then they took birth as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh, and Prahlad was there, and Nrsimhadev came and he had to fight. They fought very vigorously, Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu at different times, and they were killed by the Lord. So if Lord wants to kill them, he can just kill them by his desire, isn't it? He doesn't have to come all the way here and physically fight with them and kill them. But he just does all this to enjoy various rasa, or he also has desire, just like we desire sometimes. We want to do something. All these desires, the fountainhead is Krishna. Or he is the fountainhead of all desires. And he is enjoying. And our role is that we assist Krishna in his pastimes in which he is enjoying. But the problem happens when we want to enjoy separately from Krishna. So people say, if Krishna is enjoying, I also want to enjoy in the similar way, but separately from Krishna. And that is the problem. But as long as we are in association of Krishna, as long as we want to do things like we have delicious prasadam, once it is offered to Krishna and it becomes bhoga. Or we go for various holy places where we hear Krishna Katha, we go to many places, pastimes, hilly areas, rivers, oceans. People go there with the consciousness of enjoying. We go there understanding this is a very holy tirtha. And I am so fortunate to come here to take bath or do kirtan or do some seva, whatever. So our credit is that when we join the Krishna's pastimes in which he is enjoying, he is the main enjoyer, and we are the subordinates. So to enjoy different pastimes, he takes different forms. And he comes into that mood. Like when he came as a Nrsimhadev, then he was like roaring like a lion. When he came as Lord Rama, he was acting just like a human being. So different. When he was having some itching, he became Kurma. And there was a mountain on his back. What is the name of that mountain? Mandrachal Parvat. And the demons and demigods were using this Parvat as a pivot to do the churning of the milk ocean, and that was giving lot of pleasure to Kurmadev. Some back itching, he was feeling so happy about it. So our role is just to assist the Lord in his enjoying pastimes. And then we concluded with the verse number 28. Echa, what do you remember that verse? Eta chamsa kalah punsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Loke Mridyanti Yuge Yuge. That to Indrari, to kill the demons of Indra, who have disturbed the whole creation. Indrari Vyakulam Loke. They have create so much of troublesome situation in the universe just to kill them. Mridyante Yuge Yuge. All these incarnations are coming. But the topmost, the source is Krishna. Krishna is still Bhagavan. Krishna is the source. So this is the message in the third chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto. And further, fourth chapter talks about the appearance of Narada Muni, and which also leads to the appearance of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is something that is beyond our limited discussion of 1 and 2 hours. In our temple, we have every day 1 hour class on every single verse. Isn't it? You have attended so many times. Every single verse has a 1 hour, 1.5 hour class on every single verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. But we are just doing a regular reading, that also, not every purport or everything. So something we are discussing. So we were on the chapter 3 we were discussing last time, what text number 28, that all the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of plenary portions. And this verse number 29 again, there's a similar verse in Bhagavad Gita also. What is that verse? Whoever carefully recites this mysterious appearance of the Lord with devotion in the morning and in the evening gets relief from all the miseries of life. It is called Shruti Fal, the benefit of learning, describing, understanding the pastimes of Krishna. So there is a similar verse in Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 8, which verse? Not in the end, that is also there. But about his birth, he tells in the chapter number 4 that Janma, Karma, Chame Divya, my birth and my Janma and Karma, my birth and my activities are Divya. Evam Yoveti Tatvata, one who knows that in truth, Taktva Deham Punarjanma, after giving up this real body, Naiti Ma, Meti So Arjuna. He won't come back to this material world. And here also something similar, one who carefully recites the mysterious appearance of the Lord with devotion. That is the important element, how to do with devotion. Not like we have, 8 o'clock chat, we have to join, otherwise Prabhu will message, why you have not joined? So it has to be with devotion. That is the most important element. Just like we read this bhajan of also Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and there he also says so many places, that we have to do things with devotion, with that consciousness. Otherwise, there are so many people who are also reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, and they are called professional kathakar, Bhagavatam kathakar, professional reciters, who will speak very amazing, who will have very melodious kirtans in between, and they will have so many activities going on. They will charge heavily for it, but they don't have that devotion for Krishna. It is only for the sake of money. So professional kathakar, and Prabhupada would always be against talking about this concept of Bhagavad Saptah, because just like Parikshit Maharaj heard Bhagavatam for 7 days and he went back home, back to Godhead. So this concept started that let's hear also Bhagavatam for 7 days, and that became known as Bhagavad Saptah. But Parikshit Maharaj heard non-stop, morning and evening, night also, without food, without water, just sitting at one place. But in Bhagavad Saptah, people don't do like this. It's not like they are doing it for 7 days non-stop, day in, day night. So with devotion, devotion has been always the most important element in our spiritual life. Whatever you do, your services, whether it is reading Srimad Bhagavatam or doing chanting or taking prasadam or distributing books or enrolling people or doing seva in a yatra, any element which you are doing in connection with the devotees, always try to do it with devotion. Do it with feeling of love for Lord and His devotees. And as soon as we do it out of irritation, then it is only just some labor. Like Bhagavatam says, Sham evahi kevalam. It just becomes some fruitless labor. Just fruitless labor. So anyways, I am doing that service. Why not I do it with devotion? Why not I do it with that feeling, okay, that's my fortune that I got this service. Because when we are chanting Hare Krishna, what we are praying? Oh Radha, oh Krishna, please engage me in your service. And when service comes, then what do we say? Prabhu, I am busy. I have my this coming up, that coming up. Gaurav Prabhu keeps telling you, Prabhu, this devotee is saying this, devotee is telling that, No one is available for seva. Why? I don't know. But when you are chanting, we are saying, Oh Radhe, hey Krishna, please engage me in your service. And you chanted like this and a message came, Prabhu, please come for the service. And then we respond to that message, no Prabhu, I am busy, Prabhu. You don't know, my exams are going on, Prabhu. So anyway, so we should think, why am I chanting? The result of chanting is that Radha and Krishna will engage you in service. Because I am calling, na? When I am chanting, it's a call. This chanting of Mahamantra is what? It's a call. That my Lord, I am so fallen. Please engage me in your service. That is a call to the Lord. That is the purpose we are chanting. And the result of your good chanting will be that service will come in your life. This means you are really doing good chanting. Because Krishna has accepted you, has chosen you for the service. You have been selected by the Lord for the service. But our situation becomes unfortunate when we say, no, I want. So think about it. Now, why did this devotee tell me for this service? Must be Lord is pleased with me. That's why He's giving me this opportunity. Isn't it? Lord is pleased with my chanting. That's why He's giving me this opportunity for service. So chant with devotion, recite with devotion as it is mentioned here. And then it goes on, it talks about in this chapter for next few verses about the Virat Rupa of the Lord. It is said that the whole universe is like a Virat Rupa of the Lord, Virat Rup or universal form, where the mountains are compared to the bones of the Lord. The trees, plants are compared to the hairs on the body of the Lord. And what else? The Pacific Ocean is compared to the navel of the Lord. The sun and moon, they are compared to the eyes of the Lord. And the clouds are compared to the hairs of the Lord. So it is said, it is written here that the conception of Virat or universal form of the Lord as appearing in the material world is imaginary. It is to enable the less intelligent to adjust the idea of Lord having a form, but factually the Lord has no material form. So the Virat Rupa is more detailed explained in the second canto as Prabhupada writes in the purport. But this Virat Rupa becomes active just like this body becomes active when the soul goes inside. Similarly, the Virat Rupa becomes active when the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu comes in this universe. Remember, three Vishnus: Karnodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So when the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, when he enters into the universe, then the Virat Rupa gets activated. And when they leave the universe, then Virat Rupa has no real existence. So this is also touched upon among some of the verses about the Virat Rupa of the Lord. Clouds and dust. No, go ahead. Some last few verses for the you can chant this verse. Savaidam Vishwam Amoga Leela Srajatyavati Atina Sajjate Asmin Bhutesu Chantarita Atmatantra Sadvargikam Jigrati Sadgunesha. The Lord, whose activities are always spotless, is the master of the six senses and is fully omnipotent with six opulences. You know, six opulences that we will discuss in Secrets of Success also. He creates the manifested universes, maintains them, and annihilates them without being in least affected. He is within every living being and is always independent. So this is the glory of the Lord, that He creates everything and then everything is destroyed, and Lord doesn't feel, oh, I created so much and everything got destroyed. We create something, what happens? We get attached to it, isn't it? Last time also I was saying, we create anything, we tag it. This is my creation. I have done this. We tag everything which we produce. We have a logo for it, isn't it? We show our ownership, or we show our proprietorship, or we show our patent that this belongs to me. But see the Lord's creation. Nowhere He has stamped it that I am the one. Written in the scriptures, but not in the actual things which we see around. Like people go and see, oh, such a beautiful scenic beauty in the Himalayas, or they go to Kutch, or they go to ocean. Who created all this? Lord. But when Lord annihilates, what is there? He is least affected. He doesn't feel that, oh, I created so beautiful places and I'm destroying it. Because he's just creating everything in this world to for his pleasure, or to allow the souls like us to try our best to enjoy separately from him. And when the cycle goes on, everything is destroyed. Everything is destroyed. So this is the who cannot understand these pastimes of the Lord, the foolish with poor fund of knowledge, cannot know the transcendental nature of the forms, names, and activities of the Lord, who is playing like an actor in a drama. Nor can they express such things neither in their speculations nor in their words. So now in these two verses, Sukadeva Goswami says these are foolish people can never understand about pastimes of the Lord. And that's why we try to broadcast. Very few people are interested in it. We have so many lectures on the social media platform, but how many are interested to watch? Very few. But there are so many other videos, uh, series, serials, TV series, small short movies of 20 minutes, all filled with sensuality, and they have crores of views. All the songs with all kind of absurdness, crores of views. But how many are interested to know about Krishna? Lectures related to Krishna, if it is, maybe by Amog Leela Prabhu or Gaur Gopal Prabhu, then few lakhs. Any other devotee, then few thousands, and more or less than few hundreds. Very few. Very unfortunate situation. But you see the videos by the YouTube famous influencers, nothing with Krishna consciousness. All same thing again and again, packed and given in new format, whether it's all about eating, sleeping, mating, defending, isn't it? It's all around that, but then the views you see for that, crores and lakhs and lakhs and crores. Or day-to-day politics. Someone is making a documentary on it or a small presentation on it with lot of facts and figures. The views are in lakhs and crores. So people are interested in those things. But all these are temporary. Today it is there, tomorrow again something else. It will go on changing, but see how much they are absorbed in it, how much we are, we have gone away from Krishna consciousness, how much far we have gone away from Krishna consciousness. And it's really tough. It's really tough. Who can understand? Now, previous verse said, those who are fools, they cannot understand the pastimes of Krishna. This verse says, who can understand Krishna's pastimes? We can chant this verse. Saveda dhatu pradabim parasya duranta virasya rathanga pane yo maya santatyanu भजेत तत्पाद सरोज गंधम Saved dhatu padvim parasya. Alone, only those who render what kind of service? Unreserved, unreserved, unreserved service, uninterrupted, and favorable service to the Lord. Unreserved means no reservation. No reservation. I like to do this, I don't like to do this, I will do this, I will not do this. Don't expect me for any service. I come for class, that is only enough. So, unreserved, uninterrupted, and favorable service. Who is that Lord? Rathangapane. Rathangapane means one who bears in his hand the wheel of a chariot, which he did for the Bhishma Pitama, to charge on Bhishma Pitama. Rathangapane. And Bhajeta Tatpad Saroja Gandham. That person can worship his lotus feet, which has the fragrance of the lotus. Bhajet Tatpad. Bhajet means worship. Tatpad, Lord's feet. Saroj Gandham. Saroj means lotus, and Gandham means fragrance. But one who is doing unreserved, uninterrupted, favorable service. Amaya Santataya Anuvritya. This 3 lines, 3 words here, which is explained here. Amaya Santatya Anuvritya. So this is the way to come closer to Krishna. The only way is to seva. The more we do seva, the more we are closer to Krishna. The more we go away from seva, the more we are away from Krishna. How many days we have to do seva? Lifetime. as long as we can breathe. Did Prabhupada do seva? Yes. Who didn't he serve? He served even to the hippies. That is thing which is known. So much Prabhupada did before which is not even known, because Prabhupada never bragged about it. That I did this for my Guru Maharaj, or I made this. But it is known, it is told by the disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Thakur that Abhay Babu would do lot of seva. Srila Prabhupada was so instrumental that in opening the Gaudiya Math in Bandra, the Gaudiya Math in Bandra, which was opened by Srila Prabhupada for his Guru, that all his God brothers told, Abhay Babu has put so much of efforts for this, we should make him president of this center. Somewhere in late 1920s or early 30s, the God brothers told all the efforts were put by Abhay Babu, let him make the president of this center. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta said, no. When a proper time will come, he will do himself, not now. He didn't want him to get stuck there. But just imagine how much service Prabhupada would have done that they chose him to be the president of the center at those times. And not only that, after that also Prabhupada helped a lot for even the Prayagraj Gaudiya Math to grow. And in general, he was always helping Gaudiya Math to grow. In fact, Prabhupada never wanted ISKCON to be made separately. He first went to with Gaudiya Math only and told them that, please give me 2 pairs of dhoti kurta, neat and clean, which I can wear and go and preach to the people. And they said, Swamiji, we don't have funds to even have 2 good quality of dhoti kurta. That was the request of Srila Prabhupada. And considering that Prabhupada was not getting any support from the Gaudiya Math, that's why he was forced to start his own, was forced to start his ISKCON because he was not getting any support from them. And when he started ISKCON, it was not that everything was ready-made. Anything ready-made? No. Started with preaching to the hippies and cooking feast for them and making them honor Krishna Prasadam cooked by Prabhupada. So we can't even imagine the efforts, and we have to always remember the glories and the efforts of Prabhupada. Traveling around, cooking, preaching, writing, translating, managing, guiding, everything to his disciples. So that is without reservation, without any gap, and always. Now we have to see how we can imbibe this in our life as well. And I am always ready for any kind of service. Doesn't matter whether I can give results or not. Results are in the hands of Krishna. We have these prayers, Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langayate girim. Mukam, the Muka means one who can't even speak. What do you call, what is the name for it? Gunga, Mukam, one who dumb and deaf, dumb. Mukam karoti vachalam. He can start speaking. Pangum langayate girim. And the one who is handicapped, Pangu means he is handicapped. He can cross over the mountain. Yat kripata maham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. By the mercy of Guru, Yat kripata maham bande. By the mercy of the Guru, one can cross over this. Shri Guru Dinatarinam. This Guru can deliver one, but requires, this is the requirement, ready for service without any gap, favorably, and come and do seva. That is the requirement. And that's why we are chanting. So every day this should be our meditation. What seva I did today for the acharyas, for the everyone. And one who does that, what happens to them? He can know the creator of this universe and his full glory, power, and transcendence. Krishna reveals to them. Krishna reveals to them. Otherwise, he will not reveal. We cannot know Krishna. We only know when he reveals. If it doesn't reveal, we don't know. So, the Prabhupada beautiful purpose. But those who are rendering service unto him directly under the direction of his beloved agent are rendering service unto him favorably. So some further glories of someone who is doing such service. And this verse talks about the Srimad Bhagavatam. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? Please chant. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttam Sloka Charitam Chakar Bhagavan Rishi Nihasreyasya Lokasya Dhanyam Swasti Ainam Mahad. Someone can read the translation loudly.
This Srimad Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of God and it is compiled by Srila Vyasdev, the incarnation of God. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people and it is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect.
Okay, so this is glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna is described as Uttama Shloka. Uttama Shloka means one who is described by the best chosen words. Uttam, topmost shloka. So one of the name of Krishna is Uttam Shloka. So Bhagavatam, what it is doing? Uttam Shloka Charitam. It is describing the Charitra or the Guna, the qualities, the pastimes of Uttama Shloka. And it is compiled, Chakar Bhagwan Rishi. It is compiled by the Rishi, Ved Vyas Rishi. He has compiled this. Why he has compiled this? Niha Sreyasya Lokasya, for the ultimate good of the people. for the people, for their benefit, he has compiled this book. But how many know that? And how many of have this? Very few. That's why we have all this, Chaitanya Charitamrit Marathon, Srimad Bhagavatam Marathon, Bhagavad Gita Marathon, Bhadra Purnima Bhagavatam Marathon. So now Chaitanya Charitamrit Marathon is started. You all can try to distribute someone on Chaitanya Charitamrit sets, or you can keep at your home. Then Bhadra Purnima will come, we'll start with Bhagavatam sets, then again Bhagavad Gita Marathon. So all these are there always so that we are engaged in preaching. Otherwise, what happens? Maya will take us away. So it is compiled, Vyasadeva compiled for the ultimate good of the people. But who is going to tell people that this is for ultimate good? Whose job is that? Not my job. It is our job. It is our responsibility. It is each one of us our responsibility. It's a teamwork, Ved Vyas did his job, did his seva of writing everything, compiling everything. Srila Prabhupada did his seva of translating everything. BBT is doing the job of printing it. Now it's our job to read it and distribute it both. Not only distribute, first read it also. Read it. If you have the book, well and good. Otherwise, you can have the app, Transcendence. You know this app? So this is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. Personally, written by Vyasadeva, who is the literary incarnation, Shaktavesh Avatar, and Bhagavatam is called Granth Avatar. When Krishna incarnates in the form of a book, it is Srimad Bhagavatam. For the benefit, for the ultimate good of the people. Very few people are aware of it. So much for us to do. So many devotees, so many preachers. Since many of you have already gone through whole Bhagavad Gita, now we should think in direction that now I can maybe teach someone Bhagavad Gita, train someone in Bhagavad Gita, become more expert, keep learning and keep sharing. Learning and sharing. That's how our life is successful, doing that. Now, after compiling Srimad Bhagavatam, what did Vyasadeva do? He didn't stop it there. He taught to his son. What is the name of his son? Sukadeva Goswami, who is the most respected among the self-realized. And the whole thing was taught to Sukadeva Goswami. So he also started preaching and teaching it to Sukadeva Goswami. And Prabhupada writes all these long purports explaining everything. What did Sukadeva Goswami do after learning Bhagavatam? Please read the translation.
Sukadeva Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, in his turn delivered the Bhagavatam to the great emperor Parikshit, who sat surrounded by sages on the bank of the Ganges, awaiting death without taking food or drink.
So this is how he did. Sukadeva Goswami also did his responsibility. He learned and he shared, taught to Parikshit Maharaj. And when he was teaching to Parikshit Maharaj, it was not that Parikshit Maharaj was alone there. There were thousands of, that was 88,000 was in the Naimisharanya. That was the second round. But first time it was, I don't know numbers, but many were there. I really don't know how many, but many were there. And one of them was Suta Goswami also, which we will see in the next chapter. So Emperor Parikshit taught to Emperor Parikshit. It was a one-to-one lesson. And many other sages also attended. Suta Goswami attended. And then he taught to the sages of Naimisharanya. So all these pastimes and learnings. Prabhupada writes in the purport, at the critical hour of death, one must recite the name of Govinda. This is the recommendation of God, of all great transcendentalists. Sukadeva Swami had long ago stated the same truth, that at the end one must remember Narayana. This is the essence of all spiritual activities. So, The question was asked by Parishit Maharaj, what is the responsibility of dying person? And in that the whole Bhagavatam went on. And this is another famous verse glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam. So there's a verse in the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, which last time we were not able to recollect, but we'll see it here. This question asked by the sages at Nami Sharanya, that now since Krishna has gone to his own planet, Dharma kam Sharanam Gata, whose shelter Dharma has taken. This is the last verse of the first chapter. Whose shelter Dharma has taken. Where Dharma? Because Krishna went, so Dharma and Jnana went, so whose shelter Dharma has taken. This is answered here in this verse, which we can chant now. Krishna Swadham Upagate Dharma Jnana Dibhisa Kalau Nastad Shamesha Puranarko Adhinodita. Someone read the translation?
As brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen just after the departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this Purana.
So Krishna, so Dham Upagate. Krishna has gone to his own Dham, abode. Krishna went to his own abode. So Dham Upagate. Dharma Jnana Dibhisa. And who went with Krishna? Dharma and Jnana both went back with Krishna. Kalau Nashta Dirsham Esham. And for the people of Kali Yuga, Nashta Dirsham. Dirsham means Drishti. And those who have lost their Drishti, Nashta Dirsham. The Drishti is lost. And because the Drishti is lost, everyone in this world is engaged in the activities of sense gratification. Because they don't know what to do. So everyone is just busy in the activities of sense gratification. Because no one has a vision where to go, what is next. Everyone is just like, you see sometimes small children at the sea beach, they are sell small toys by which they can make something on the sea beach using the sand. Make house of sand, make roadways, highways, everything from the sand, make a tunnel, everything they make with the sand. But as soon as a high wave comes and everything is finished, over. So in the similar way, we are also very busy in this material world and creating something of temporary nature outside in this material existence. But what is the benefit? No benefit. It's all sham eva hi kevalam. So persons who have lost their vision, kalau nashta dirsham, the vision is lost. Eyes are there, but they can't see actually. Purano arko adhinodita. For that, this Purana, which is brilliant like sun, is just now adhinodita. It is just arising. Just arising. Purana is arising. So Srila Prabhupada had a great desire that Srimad Bhagavatam should be there in the house of every family. Every family should have Srimad Bhagavatam in their house. And they should read also. So it's up to us. The more and more awareness we create among the people to read Srimad Bhagavatam, organizing chat kind of sessions, meeting together and reading, going to some holy place just for reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Because if someone develops love, taste, interest, he will feel fully satisfied. But it takes little effort because we are saved, remembering the verse of Rupa Goswami, Nectar of Instruction, that Krishna's name, form, leela, pastime is very sweet like nectar. But someone who has got a disease of jaundice will find sweet to be bitter. In the similar way, when we start reading scriptures, we don't find so much of taste in it because there is a jaundice of material disease. What is the solution? Someone who has got jaundice, sugarcane juice is bitter for him, but he's supposed to take sugarcane juice. That is the medicine. Similarly, reading Bhagavatam, reciting Gita, memorizing slokas may be bitter for us, but we have to take it. This is the medicine. Go on. This is the medicine. And a time will come when we will derive so much pleasure out of it. When that time will come, that is up to your intensity of practice, and Krishna's sanction of mercy. So all these pastimes are described, Krishna's pastimes are described. And so nice, big purports by Srila Prabhupada. So the next further, this is spoken by Sud Goswami saying, someone read out the translation. Loudly, thoda aur jor se.
O learned Brahmanas, when Sukadeva Goswami recited Bhagavatam there in the presence of Emperor Parikshit, I heard him with rapt attention, and thus by his mercy I learned the Bhagavatam from the great and powerful sage. Now I shall try to make you hear the very same thing as I learned it from him and as I have realized it.
So Sukdev Goswami was speaking to Parishit Maharaj, heard by Sut Goswami, and now Sut Goswami is telling to all the sages of Naimisharanya that now I am going to say the same thing which I have learned and I have realized it. And Prabhupada writes in the purport that one can certainly see the direct presence of Krishna in the pages of Bhagavatam if it is heard from a self-realized soul like Sukdev Goswami. One cannot, however, learn Bhagavatam from a bogus hired reciter whose aim is to earn some money. No one can learn Srimad Bhagavatam who is associated with persons engaged in sex life. That is the secret of learning Bhagavatam. Nor one can learn Bhagavatam from one who interprets the text by mundane scholarship. One has to learn Bhagavatam from the representative of Sukadeva Goswami and no one else if one at all wants to see the Lord Krishna in the pages. This is the process and there is no alternative. So, very clearly Prabhupada has mentioned. Now someone wants to learn Bhagavatam or recite Bhagavatam, it's very easy for us. It's not that you have to learn from me. Prabhupada has written everything. We are just reading. We are just reading. It's all written in his purports. We have to just read it with all due respect, with rapt attention. Now this is quite interesting. The secret of knowing Bhagavatam is mentioned here. No one can give rapt attention who is not pure in mind. No one can be pure in mind who is not pure in action. No one can be pure in action who is not pure in eating, sleeping, fearing and mating. So everything has to be purified. It's not that, because I'm just coming here and I'll understand. Just see the steps. One has to be pure in eating, sleeping, fearing and mating. Even the food has to be pure. His activities has to be pure. His a householder, his householder life should be pure. And then, once his actions are pure, then his mind will be pure. And then only it is possible for him to give rapt attention to the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's not that, we just do something and it will happen. We have to work on every aspect of our life. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, day-to-day lifestyle, every single aspect. So that our mind becomes pure. Because many times we have this experience that when we are chanting, our mind is the biggest demon at that time, bringing all kind of worldly thoughts or our activities, our actions, our thought process when we are not devotees, when we are not practicing Krishna consciousness. Isn't it? Mind is a storehouse. And all this starts coming up when we are chanting. Other time mind is quite peaceful, isn't it? Mind is very relaxed. But as soon as you take a bead bag and start chanting, then everything nonsense, everything which I don't want to now think about, start coming up. Because mind doesn't want to become devotee so easy. But one has to not just blame to the mind. We have to also think about now our actions, our food, what we are eating, what we are reading, what kind of people we are associating with. It is not said that It is said no one can learn Srimad Bhagavatam with person who is associated with persons engaged in sex life. Can you imagine? It is like if I know some person and that person has a friend who is very kind of sinful, then even this person is not qualified to teach Bhagavatam. No one can learn Srimad Bhagavatam. No one can learn Srimad Bhagavatam who is associated with persons engaged in sex. That means so much of purity is required. So what if you are not pure? What to do? Just go on practicing, chanting, somehow or other. Somehow or other, if one hears with rapt attention from the right person at the very beginning, one can see Lord Krishna in the person in the pages of Bhagavatam. That's what we want. We want to see Krishna, and this is the way to see Krishna. By learning, reading, hearing with rapt attention. That's why in the 6th chapter of Gita, Krishna says, Yukta Hara Viharasya, Yukta Chestasya Karmasu, Yukta Sapna Bodhasya, Yogo Bhavati Dukkaha. He says, your Yuktahara Viharasya, your eating, your Yuktahara Vihara, your recreation, Yukta Sapna Bodhasya, your sleeping. He says, everything has to be regulated. Every action has to be regulated. It's not that I just go on doing something in this material world and I will chant and read and I'll grow. No. Yuktahara Viharasya, Yukta Sapna Bodhasya. Everything has to be regulated. Eating, sleeping, mating, every activity has to be regulated. Then we grow. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it very simple. Nacho, gao, bhakta sange, karo sankirtan. At least participate in sankirtan, chant, dance in association of devotees. And Hari Nam Upadeshi Taro Sarvajan. Tell everyone about the holy name. And that sort will become pure by chanting, dancing, and speaking about holy name to one and all. So this is making some sense what is written here. Or we are happy chanting. This is enough. I am chanting. It's too much here. That's why Srila Prabhupada gave a lot of stress personally on even cleaning and even day-to-day temple. He said in one of his letters, our temple should be in revolutionary clean, very much clean, neat and clean. And he talks about prasadam, that it should be prepared by devotees, offered to Krishna in pure consciousness. He talks about householders, that if they are householders, then they should have their sex life only for procreation, only for having children. So when one is tired doing seva, he takes rest. And one is rejuvenated with the rest, again he gets into the seva. Otherwise, our life will become like double role. One role of a devotee when I am in the temple, and one role of a outside world where I need not to be sure that I am a devotee. So Srila Prabhupada writes in one of the purports in Bhagavad Gita that an honest sweeper in the street is better than a charlatan devotee. Someone who is sweeping the street honestly and not doing any sinful activities is better than someone who just show off, who is doing show off of a devotee. So please take these things very sincerely, very seriously in your life. In fact, I am telling to even myself that how much it is important for us to make ourselves pure enough so that we can develop good interest in these scriptures. Good interest. And we like to learn it, read it, and even distribute it, share it, distribute it, make others aware about it, create awareness, give people Krishna consciousness. So then the chapter number 4 talks about appearance of Narada Muni. So this is in short that why did Ved Vyas, because these questions are asked by Sanak Rishi, Sanak Muni, he's asking questions to Sut Goswami. Why, what happened? How people realize that his Sukdev Goswami has come? Like, maybe we can read these questions and we'll understand what the purpose of this chapter. So text 1, I'll read. Vyasdev said, on hearing Sut Goswami speak thus, Sanak Muni, who was elderly, learned scholar of all the rishis, engaged in that prolonged sacrificial ceremony, congratulated Sut Goswami by addressing him as follows. So all these sages in Nami Saranya, they were doing sacrificial ceremony. And in one of the verses they say that doing all the sacrifices, all the dhuma, the shoot which is coming is just making our faces black and we are not making any spiritual advancement. So better we hear something from you. They are into doing yajna, and the smoke, just faces are becoming black by the smoke. Nothing is practically happening. So Sanak said, please someone read.
Please relate the pious misconception in Bhagavatam, which was spoken by the great and powerful sage.
Next.
What period and at what price and what place was this first period and why was this taken up from where did Krishna live
Vyas.
the great says in inspiration.
So these are the questions that why did Vyasadev compile this literature, and this chapter talks about appearance of Narad Muni, because Vyasadev, this whole chapter describes that Vyasadev he compiled all the scriptures for the benefit of the people, but he was feeling very dissatisfied. Is written, the word used by Srila Prabhupada is despondent. He was feeling very despondent. He was feeling a lot of dissatisfaction in his heart that I wrote all these scriptures for the benefit of people in Kali Yuga, but why I am not feeling happy? Why am I still unhappy? At that time, Narad Muni appeared, and Narad Muni started telling Vyasadev that you have written so many scriptures, now you are just going to confuse all the people. Someone will say Shiva is great, someone will say Durga is great, someone will say, Ganesha is great, because he wrote about everyone and he wrote so many things that there will be complete confusion among the people. Who is great? Who is the supreme? Whom to worship? What is my duty? You did not glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead exclusively. You did not do that. And that's why you have done so much, still you are not happy. If you would have glorified the Supreme Personality of Godhead exclusively, you would have felt happiness. So Narada when he comes, he first chastises Vyasadev for writing all this but not glorifying Krishna. And on the instructions of Narad Muni, then Vyasadev compiles Srimad Bhagavatam. So these are all interconnected conversations. It's a conversation inside the conversation which is going on. So text 3, I think read text 4.
Whose mind was always concentrated in Buddhism. He was transcendental to mundane activities, but being unexposed, he appeared like an ignorant person.
So it is said about Sukdev Goswami that when he was conceived in his mother's womb, he was not coming out, and Vyasadeva was saying, son, come out, and he was not coming out of mother's womb because he said outside there is so much of Maya. Outside is so much Maya. Sukdev Goswami said outside so much of his Maya, I will not come out from mother's womb. There's talk going on between father and son. For many, many years he remained in the mother's womb. But when he came out, he just started going towards the forest. Please read. While
Sri Vyasdev was following his son, beautiful young damsels who were bathing naked covered their bodies with clothes, although Sri Vyasdev himself was not naked. But they had
sage made such distinctions?
So Sukadeva Goswami, being completely pure, doesn't see men and women, so doesn't make any such distinction. But Vyasdeva was a householder with a wife, so he has made distinction between husband and wife, between men and women. So ladies, they have this special inbuilt uh, ability given by the Lord that they can understand by looking at a man that what is the mentality of this man when he's looking at me. Is he looking at me with respect, or he's looking at me with lust, or he's looking at me, staring at me? A woman can understand, because that is what Krishna, Lord, has made them in a way that they can understand, seeing at a person who is staring at them, that what is the mentality of this person. So the ladies say that when your son looked at us, he didn't see it as man or woman. He just saw as soul, spirit, soul. But when you look, you discriminate. Oh, these are ladies and these are men. Next, text 6.
However, Sri Sukadeva, the son of Vyasa, recognized by the citizen man and he entered the city of Hastinapur. Now Delhi, after wandering in the provide provinces of Kuru and
Jangala
Jangala, appearing like a madman come
and retarded.
and retired.
So these are the questions asked by Sanak rishis, that how did they recognize he was like a naked madman, dumb and retarded. He was looking like that. How did they realize that he is the self-realized person? How did they understand this? How did it so happen that King Parichat met this great sage, making it possible for this great transcendental essence of the Vedas to be sung to him? How did it happen? He was accustomed to stay at the door of a householder only long enough for a cow to be milked, and he did this just to sanctify the residence. It is said that Maharaj Parichet is a great first class devotee of the Lord, and that his birth and activities are all wonderful. Please tell us about him. So, these are the series of questions asked by Sonak Rishi to Suta Goswami, and then you will see further that he is going to answer all these questions uh, about Parichet Maharaj, about Sukhdev Goswami, and this will go on. So, I'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, or anything you wish to share, or any realizations, you are welcome to speak now. Yes, Prabhu.
Last verse of third chapter, that I just felt it was like a pyramid. That base is like purifying, meeting, spending, over that comes action, over that comes.
Yeah, it's a pyramid. Everything we have to completely purify ourselves. Prabhupada writes in one.
Action, then mind, and then
Yeah, but we cannot wait saying now I have to purify, so let me first purify it, then I'm going to touch Bhagavatam. It is a ongoing process. One of the lectures, Prabhupada said that Krishna is 100% pure. And if we want to associate with Krishna, then we also have to become 100% pure. Because as long as we are not pure, we will not able to come and connect with Krishna. Because he is 100% pure and we are impure, so that connection will not happen. So we become 100% pure, then we'll able to connect with Krishna. That's why we have so much of cleanliness standards. Take bath so many times in the day, hand wash, leg wash, take bath every time. If you are going for stomach clearing, take bath. Get up early in the morning, take bath. Prabhupada nowhere wrote that if it is too cold, then it's okay, you can skip bath. He writes our disciples, even if it is too cold, they take bath. As in Kumbh Mela 1971, Srila Prabhupada was in Allahabad Ardh Kumbh Mela, and devotees were not getting up to take bath because it was so cold. And to set an example, Prabhupada himself came out and he took bath in a water pump, although he was at that time 72 years old somewhere, not 72, 76 years old. 76 years old, 75 or 76 years old. And just to set the example, he came out in his gamcha and took bath. So, irrespective of the weather, irrespective of any other condition, we follow all the steps to purify our consciousness. Our consciousness has become impure because of its association with matter for millions of lifetimes. Millions of lifetimes. Now we have to make it pure. And purification is a long-term process. But you can make it fast. It's up to us. If we just go on doing lot of seva, we'll get purified very fast. So yes, everything has to be purified. Okay? Anyone else would like to say something?
That for taking iPhone, there is so much of light, and then there is light here. So there was a challenge to start with why. So that book it is mentioned in why there is so much of light. Even if let's say prepared by someone else, like some other company, the line will not still not be there. It is not because of the product. It is because of why, like what is the thing that Apple doing, and it is challenging the status quo. So that is some where I just felt ki sometimes when we do something that is not connected to others, like when people take iPhone, it is not iPhone, it is the status that is shown. So somewhere when you ask, my mind just gave that answer. It is there people know why challenging the status quo, but here they don't know why. It is like we just try to tell them what and how. So in the center it is why, then comes how we do it, and then it is what. So we are explaining if you read this, then this will happen, that it is how and what. Sometimes that why we are not able to connect with the people, and then I felt that is a difference within many times when people see something else, they are not able to get it. What is the like why to do? That is not getting connected, and in case of Apple, it is clear that in material pleasure, it is said in one of the lectures of Bhagavatam, it was said the lowest pleasure is sense pleasure, then
Yeah.
mental, then emotional, then the highest is ego.
Ego.
So that is what is very good. Status is something connected to ego pleasure. So that is one of the highest pleasures in the material world, and that is where people quickly connect with that Apple thing, because their ego is getting boosted at one of the highest.
So, but ultimately it's all material pleasure, and there is a lot of sense gratification and ego, whatever you say. So it's our responsibility to educate the people. Why? Why Srimad Bhagavatam? Why Bhagavad Gita? But even if you do that, you have to see that the conditioning with which people are going on in their life, the birth, and in this life, plus there have been millions of lifetime for everyone, and they all come with lot of previous life impressions. And in this life also, there's so much of impression in the current life, the kind of upbringing, the parents, the family culture, the social culture, the country, all these things have a great effect on person. So even if you try to, like one devotee was telling that he was trying to convince someone that it is wrong to eat non-veg, but he was not at all convinced. He said there's nothing wrong in doing it. And he was fully convinced that it is not at all sinful to eat non-veg. And he tried his best, but he was not ready to accept it. So there is a need of some kind of sukriti, piety, to able to understand this. So when we go on Sankirtan or we go to Prasadam distribution, this is all creating positive vibes and piety. When people see devotees, what do they say? They say Hare Krishna to you or not? Sometimes they say at least. Hare Krishna Maharaj also they say, Hare Krishna Panditji also they say. So some kind of piety is being created by them chanting Hare Krishna. But when they will say someone else, they will not say Hare Krishna. So our going out is kind of our own purification, as well as people seeing the devotees, seeing the Sankirtan movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They sometimes clap, they sometimes join, few of them, not everyone. But it is a very, it's a creating positive vibes, making people hear the holy name. Today, someone who is just smiling, tomorrow if you go, he will join you and clap you also. Day after tomorrow, he will walk with you also for some. So it's a gradual process. Day one, who just left the devotees and just looked at and thought, who are they? Seeing them again and again, he will become curious and he will come. I mean, many times if you go on Sunday evening and chant and on the beach and create awareness, many people come back with the devotees to the temple to take darshan. Otherwise, they would have not come just because they saw the devotees they came with. We need now, if you see there's so much of promotion for this material products, whether it is iPhone or car or anything, so much of promotion. And promotion involves so much of funds, huge expenses. Each billboard of you see in Mumbai is costing them 10-20 lakhs per month to advertise. The phone may cost 60-70,000, but actually it will be maybe of 20-25,000. Another money just going in promoting it. Promotions are heavy. So if we also promote, and these are promoted by outside professional promoters who charge money and then they advertise that you all should buy this product, isn't it? But who is doing for Bhagavatam? Not many. No one, not anyone. So it is a great responsibility for us to do that, to promote these books among the people, create awareness, just like George Harrison did for Srila Prabhupada for the Krishna book. Krishna book. Uh, he publicly chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He sponsored it and he promoted it. And he made an album, My Sweet Lord, which has around 20-25 songs, all based on the teachings of Gita. And he has made songs, My Sweet Lord album, this album with teachings of Gita. And he promoted it, and so many people heard about it. And that created very good effect. Someone like this is openly coming out and telling people to chant Hare Krishna. We right now don't have that kind of promoters who are very, very famous in the society, and openly they come and say, chant Hare Krishna. So we need that kind of people also to become devotees. And they are full in Mumbai. So many are there in Mumbai. So you can try. What do you feel about this? Whenever you get time, or you have to take out time, or you can be full time. We have a diamond, but we don't have customers. इसलिए Chaitanya Chaitamri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that I got this love of Godhead from the Golok Dham. I got this love of Godhead, but I need many gardeners to distribute them. I don't want to take it back. I need many gardeners. I got this tree of love of Godhead. Now I need many gardeners who will distribute it. So the responsibility lies with us that we share this with more and more people. And that sharing is the blessing which also makes us to help us to advance. So there are unlimited people. Outside marketing companies have so many of strategy and strategic planning and all these concepts, why, what, how. Well, we should do that, use our intelligence, find out some people who are very socially influential and tell them, "Bhai, please read Bhagavatam and please distribute Bhagavatam and at least advertise Bhagavatam." So at least something is happening with our Travis and Geetan party channel, we get some orders. People look at the Bhagavatam and some of them place a order, okay, we want Bhagavatam. But it's very less, very less. Of course, Bhagavad Gita is quite famous and we are able to, of course, not many, but still uh, hundreds of people buy Bhagavad Gita. In fact, from our ISKCON Bhiwandi only, we distribute every day 400 to 500 Bhagavad Gita through the online platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, TSP channel, but not Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam maybe 2 sets in a week, not more than that. But if we create awareness for it, people will take. There are 4 lakh species of human beings. So there are people who are also interested in scriptures. And if they know that, okay, there is something like Bhagavatam, there is something like Chaitanya Charitamrita, they will take. It's about creating awareness. We can start. Be the change you want to be. Start with having in your status. Do you have Bhagavatam? There is one devotee from Salem. He's a brahmachari. He said that he distributed 1,000 Bhagavatam sets in 2023. So he gave a presentation. He said that I went through my phone and every contact whom I knew, I called them and I told them, please take Bhagavatam. And I told them you can pay over a period of 4 or 5 months. 1,500 rupees every month. So 7,000, 8,000 Bhagavatam is there. So he said, I went through every single contact, starting with my sister, my brother, everyone. And I made sure that everyone got a Srimad Bhagavatam. And he did 1,000 Bhagavatam sets distributed. So we have so many contacts or so many friends on Facebook, on Insta, and wherever, I don't know. We can connect with everyone. First, we should have in our own house. And if we have, then uncle, auntie, all our relatives, and then slowly, everyone in our friend circle. And if we start grassroots, then it will happen. Start from ourselves. So it's our responsibility. And we should read also, because it is said that all your desires can be also fulfilled just by reciting Bhagavatam. You can experience this. It may take some time, but if you just chant the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, all your desires will be fulfilled. What could be the easiest way to fulfill our desires? An experience of Krishna, everything. So it's everyone's responsibility. Any other comments or yes, Prabhu? Most of the people are having jobs or they have got college. How do they utilize their time and on the weekdays and on the weekends? So when I was in college, we had a very simple schedule. Get up at 3:45 a.m. I was staying in the youth center base like we have here. 4:30 we would do our Shashtakam prayers. 4:40 we would start chanting Hare Krishna mantra till 6:30. 6:30 Mangal Arati, 7 o'clock Bhagavatam class. We would play the lecture of Srila Prabhupada or some ISKCON senior devotee. Then 7:45 breakfast, 8:15 to the college. Till 5 o'clock we were in the college. After 5 we would come back to our center, take prasadam. In between we would come for the lunch break also. Evening come back. Some days we would go to the college, to our hostels, junior boys hostel. Like if I am in third year, then first year hostels. And chant with them one round, give them some prasadam, read a paragraph from Srila Prabhupada books, come back, do our assignments, tutorials, and that was the day. So as much as you can take out time, morning, all of you who are at least staying here, you have Mangal Arati 4:30, Japa, Guru Puja. Those who are staying at the home, please start getting up early in the morning. At least by 5 o'clock, we should give up the bed. By 5 a.m., we should not be on the bed sleeping anymore. And chant. Then we have to go to office or college, go. create a spiritual environment in the office or college. You can have some Prabhupada books kept at your desk, small books. One of your colleagues may come and say, "What is this?" And you may tell him, "Okay, read yourself. I like it, so I brought it." And he may pick up from your desk, read it, and he may become a devotee. Possible, isn't it? So you have a book with you, you are traveling in the train, you can give some people who are sitting next to you because he sees you are chanting. So some or other, if we always have some books, we can give it to someone while going, while coming. There are some devotees who every day do book distribution while traveling to the office. While going also, they will distribute books in the train or in the bus, and while coming also, they will every day carry few small books, and some keep in their offices. So we can invite our friends for the program, or at least we create an environment. Sometimes we take some prasadam from the temple for our college friends or for our colleagues in the office. Some peda or a box of cookies, and we offer them. It's for you. Otherwise, outside world, people just invite to smoke or drink or have non-veg food. But we carry some prasadam for them. So create a Krishna conscious environment. Isn't it? These some steps we can take. When we come back in the evening and we have not read any book of Srila Prabhupada, we should that day read a book of Srila Prabhupada. Or while traveling, if we are going by the cab offered by the office, then you can have a transcend app in which all the books are having their audio books also. So you can maybe hear 2 chapters of Krishna while going to the office, audio, and again hear 2 chapters while coming back from the office. So like that, try to make our day very Krishna conscious. And on the weekends or the holidays, so much to do. Morning program itself is a energy taking activity. It takes so much of energy. After the morning program, if we have some program that day, well and good, like today Sunday. Today is also, I think, our enrollments are going on. And everyone who comes here takes darshan, eats one samosa and goes away. What benefit he has? They will just take some photos. But their life will become fortunate if they meet a devotee and enroll for a session. Just like someone enrolled us. Isn't it? Someone caught you in the temple, or did you come to get enrolled? That I am going now today, someone, I meet a Prabhuji who is going to enroll me. We came here to take darshan or eat a samosa, I don't know for what purpose who came here. Or maybe because here the snacks are a little cheaper than the outside, isn't it? Or we just came because we like to take darshan of Krishna, so it's a beautiful temple. So let's just go. We never thought that someone will enroll us and we'll get invited for the program and we'll come here and all this will start. So make someone fortunate on the weekdays. And okay, it's not our SOS enrollment. What we should do? Let's go together out for book distribution. Mumbai is so big. We go out, the devotees, I have seen many times our Prabhus, Gaura Prabhu, Saurabh Prabhu, they go to some traffic signals at some stoplights and distribute books to the people. Juhu Beach is always crowded and we go there, or we go out some college and put up a book stall. So many colleges in Mumbai, if they are open, or we go outside railway station with a folding table and put a small book stall and try to give to everyone. At least encourage them to take a small book. So there's no shortage of service what can be done. And if you wish to do more, I mean, there is no end. We have got thousands of contacts who have given their numbers to attend our program, but they don't come. You have to call and check them. Why are you not coming? Start with the question given by Siddharth Prabhu, why? And, and how we can help him so that he comes. So we call them and invite them and help them. And someone says, oh, Sunday afternoon is not possible for me. So come on Sunday evening. Sunday evening is also not possible for me. So come on Saturday evening. We connect with them. There is so much to do that 24 hours are less. Should make a list of services which one can do in the base, and write it down there. You can join for book distribution. You can call for people. Scan the link and you'll get all the contacts in the Google Drive. their last status of attending a program. I do online enrollments for Secrets of Success, and every time we run ads on Facebook and Instagram, and we have almost like 1,500 to 2,000 people who sign up for the course. 150 to 200 attend, but I don't have people who would call them and tell them, okay, you have signed up for the course, please make sure that you come. And if you want to invite any of your friends, please invite them, and we'll send you a special mantra meditation kit to your place. For anyone who attends this seminar, we send them a bead bag, a bead, a Mahamantra card, and a small book at our cost by courier to them, to their place, so that they get connected. But many of the people don't turn up again because they are busy in their, they have some Sunday, some other program. Sometimes the programs are not consistent. And while this program physically we are doing in the temple, but the online programs, you can sitting here preach in Pakistan, you can preach in Nepal, you can preach in so many other countries around the world and make devotees. When you go there to preach, they're already waiting at the airport to welcome you. But we get stuck in small, small things. So first thing is enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic. To be able to do service unreserved. We read that here. Unreserved, uninterrupted, and what was the last one? Without a gap, something. Huh? Favorable, favorable. And sometimes you may have your also interest, field of interest of service, and that we can discuss with the devotees who are guiding us that this is my, this is my interest, and if I can get an opportunity to do this, and if that scope is there, then we can do that. It may not be there every time, but sometime it may be there. It was not very pleasing for Srila Prabhupada to go into the summer of Delhi in the hot summer and go from one tea stall to another tea stall requesting people, please take this magazine, when there is no customer for it. But because his Guru Maharaj told him, he was doing that. So Krishna sees our sincere endeavor. So think about us that, okay, how now so many things we can do. Is that okay? Or still you want to know? So many things we can do. We are actually short of manpower, short of devotees. Any other thoughts someone would like to add to my response to Prabhu's question? What is that verse number? 3.26 point. Where it is written, this is also a scope. Someone who likes to do scientific research. This verse has potential basis of great scientific research work. 3:26:34 Prabhupada writes there. All right, then we'll stop here. Thank you very much for your patiently setting. I once again feel very unqualified to lecture in depth on Srimad Bhagavatam, but I appreciate your presence. Together we are reading verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, but doesn't mean that we have become champions of Bhagavad Gita. So still we have to memorize slokas of Bhagavad Gita and go on reading Srimad Bhagavad Gita also parallelly at your residence. Take our time and continue reading. And there's a Shlok Ratnavali where 100 shlokas are there, level 1 and level 2. And you should try to memorize those shlokas of level 1 and level 2. And go on memorizing those shlokas. These shlokas, if you memorize and you go on reciting, and it is a very good act of devotion. Very good act of devotion, chanting those shlokas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, a few minutes of kirtan.